Hello and welcome to my video on how to make an animated button in Hammer Editor. I made this video about 7 years ago and it was about 8 minutes long. I think that's too long. And as well as that, we had probably most of the comments that found the tutorial useful were within the last year or so. So it's still relevant information to some of you guys. And the video that I made before wasn't that great. I was young and I thought I'd remake it for you. So I want to apologize as well. I'm not really good at making tutorials. I'm also not very good at talking while I'm doing stuff. I am doing this live and non-scripted, so bear with me if I make any mistakes. So we have a box set up and we're going to add our spawn entity. So info player start, just somewhere in there, and we'll make another entity, alt enter, to open up its properties and set it to a light environment. There's more that you can learn about making maps and just simple rooms and stuff, but that's not really what this tutorial is for. So let's get on to that part. We're going to need two entities here. We're going to need a light, so we can I don't know what I just did. Alright, we're going to need a light. I'll do it down here. And a prop dynamic. Any kind of model that has animations, to animate them using things like buttons, we need to have it to be a prop dynamic. So select your prop dynamic and hit alt enter to open up its properties. And we will set the world model to combine button. Just type in combine button, and that's this one here. It comes up facing backwards, so I will hit Control M, Z, and rotate it 180 degrees and place it into my wall. Alright, next we will select the no draw texture and make a texture that's about the size of our button. It doesn't have to be exact, but we do want to completely cover the button so that the model does not block our actual button from being activated. So now that we have this, it's just a function, it's just a brush, it's not actually tied to an entity, so hit Control T to tie it, and we'll tie this to a func button. And in the flags tab, we do not want it to move. Back in the class info, down at delay before reset, I like to set this to a low number, like 0.1, so I can press it very quickly. Otherwise, you have to wait about 3 seconds. It interrupts gameplay, not very fond of it. We're going to leave that the way it is for now. Come back to our prop dynamic, alt enter to open up the properties, and name it button 01. And don't click mark plus add, that was a mistake of mine. Next, over in model, we will see we have sequences. These are all the sequences that are made when they create the model. In this case, we want press, and you can see the buttons pressing. You don't actually have to come here and select anything. No matter what you select, it doesn't really matter. When you hit apply, it'll just go back to depressed. This is just so we can view which sequences exist. We want press, keep that in mind. If you want, you can copy and paste it. It's not really a big deal for now. Come back to your light, alt enter, and name this light 01 so we can toggle it with a button as well. Okay, so this no draw block right here is what's actually going to be doing everything in the outputs tab. So in the outputs tab, hit add on pressed. First we'll do the light, and we will just toggle the light on and off, and that's it. That's all that's necessary for this, for the light, that is. Next, add on pressed the button 01, set animation, and our parameter is going to be our animation, so pressed. So now when this is hit, or when this button is activated, this button will play its press animation and the light will turn on and off. We will place a no draw texture over our button, and that is it. For now, I'm just going to move this light out a bit so it illuminates a button, and you'll be able to tell that it works based on a small glow in this area. So we'll save and run map. I'm not going to actually, I have Gary's mod running already. Just going to compile again. I'm not going to stop the video for this. computer is decently quick, and I'm horrible at editing, so. Okay, so you can see this glow where the light entity is just shining light in a really ugly fashion out of the wall. But when we hit the button, hit E on the button, you will see it animates. You can see it move, and it will hit the button on and off. That is it. It's very simple. I figured this would be a better creation than what I made 7 years ago. Hope it helped you guys. If you have any other requests for tutorials, just go ahead and ask. There's a lot of great Hammer editor tutorials out there, so you'll probably get more out of those. But I do have about 4,500 hours in Gary's Mod, so there's a lot of stuff I know I could probably help you with. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.